Chosen one. Listen closely. This is not coincidence. This is divine appointment. You were guided here by heaven itself, drawn into this very moment, because the Spirit of God is moving, and your name has been written into what's unfolding. You've been sensing it, the restlessness in your spirit, the repeated numbers, the sudden separations, the dreams that feel too vivid to ignore. That's not confusion. That's confirmation. God is sending this message for the third time, and this time it carries the weight of final truth. Anointed one, you are standing at the threshold of a supernatural wealth transfer. The heavens are opening over your life. The same God who multiplied oil in empty jars is now multiplying provision in your hands. What once looked delayed is now in divine motion. As it is written in Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 3, "Though the vision tarry, wait for it will surely come." Chosen one, it is coming. The financial shift, the favor, the breakthrough. You didn't find this video, it found you. Heaven is resending this message to confirm the waiting is over. The release has begun. Receive this word with open hands and a ready heart. Chosen one, listen carefully. This isn't another video, and it's not a coincidence. It's divine recall, a sacred resending. God has spoken this message before, but this time it carries final authority. You are not here by accident. Heaven is making sure the signal reaches you on the third transmission, because this is not just confirmation, it's activation. In the language of the Spirit, the number 3 represents divine order, resurrection, and completion. The Father spoke once to awaken you, twice to align you, and now a third time to anoint you. This third sending means the waiting is over. The cycle is complete. You are standing at the threshold of a supernatural unveiling that will not only change your circumstances, but will shift the very frequency of your life. Anointed one, when God repeats himself, it's never because he forgot, it's because he refuses to let you miss the appointed moment. This is that moment. Heaven is saying, enough delay, enough confusion, enough striving. The season of hidden preparation has expired. You've been through the silence, the pruning, the uncertainty, but those were not punishments. They were positioning. Heaven was restructuring your life while you thought nothing was happening. I've walked that same valley. I've waited for doors to open that never did. Cried out when it felt like my prayers hit ceilings, and wondered if the silence meant rejection. But what I learned is that God's quiet seasons are the loudest in the Spirit. While you thought he was distant, he was setting divine appointments on your behalf, moving hearts, rearranging schedules, and clearing paths you couldn't yet see. Chosen one, you're entering divine acceleration. The same things that took others years will begin unfolding for you in weeks. What once resisted you will now recognize you. You will feel a strange pull toward the very opportunities that once felt out of reach. That is the supernatural current of favor beginning to move in your direction. Can you feel it already? That subtle stirring, that spiritual electricity beneath the surface of your life. It's not anxiety, it's awakening. You're sensing heaven's frequency adjusting around you. Every delay, every closed door, every painful goodbye, it was all the sound of scaffolding being removed. The foundation beneath you is now strong enough to carry glory. You are being reintroduced to the world under new management. The version of you that struggled, doubted, and second-guessed is gone. The one standing here now carries spiritual authority and divine funding. This isn't symbolic. God is literally transferring resources, relationships, and strategies into your hands. Not to inflate your ego, but to fulfill your assignment. You will see finances, ideas, and favor begin to flow toward you because your spirit has finally aligned with heaven's rhythm. This is not motivation, it's mandate. When heaven speaks 3 times, it's a decree. And if you are still listening now, that's proof you've been chosen to receive it. The third message means the promise is ready. The spiritual code is unlocking. The energy around your life is beginning to obey divine instruction. Chosen. 1. Breathe and receive this truth. What once felt delayed was only being prepared. You are not behind. You are right on heaven's clock. And from this moment forward, the timing of God and the unfolding of your destiny will begin to move as one. Stay right here, because the next revelation will show you why heaven refused to let you miss this signal. Chosen one. What you are feeling right now isn't random. It's evidence that the veil between heaven and earth is thinning. For generations, that veil kept divine power at a distance, making miracles feel rare and unreachable. But in this season, your season heaven is bleeding into the natural realm. The unseen is crossing into the visible. What once took faith just to imagine will soon be standing right in front of you. Anointed one. This isn't poetic language, it's prophecy. The atmosphere around you is shifting. You may have already sensed it, lights flickering, technology glitching, time bending in strange ways, dreams that feel more real than waking life. These are not coincidences, they are signals. The spiritual and physical dimensions are syncing, and your name is written in that alignment. There's a reason you feel the tension, the pressure, before the promise. Every move of heaven begins with disturbance. Think of it as a holy disruption, the rumbling before the reveal. The energy of God is recalibrating your environment to prepare for divine manifestation. Just as dawn breaks before full light, you are in that sacred in between the first light after a long night. I know what this feels like. When heaven started to move in my life, everything I depended on began to shake. Relationships dissolved, plans unraveled, comfort zones collapsed. It felt like chaos until I realized it was construction. God wasn't destroying me. He was dismantling what was built without His permission. Every exit, every loss, every closed door was a divine renovation, making room for something holy. Chosen one. The same is happening for you. That tearing you feel inside, it's not breaking, it's birthing. The spiritual veil is being lifted, and heaven's energy is pouring into your atmosphere with raw, unfiltered intensity. This is why you've been feeling strange waves of emotion, peace one moment, tears the next. Your soul is adjusting to a higher vibration, the rhythm of heaven itself. When that veil tears, ordinary rules stop applying. Time bends. Delay collapses. Miracles multiply. You'll start noticing divine patterns, repeating numbers, signs, dreams that seem to connect like puzzle pieces. You'll meet people by chance who carry exactly what you've been praying for. Even your mistakes will begin to work in your favor. Why? Because heaven is no longer operating above you. It's moving through you. This is not meant to make you comfortable. It's meant to make you conscious. Heaven's invasion doesn't come to entertain. It comes to awaken. You're being trained to see beyond what eyes can see. You're being awakened to live from a dimension where faith is sight and timing is everything. So don't resist the shaking. Don't fear the unexplainable. These are birth pangs of destiny. The more the old structures crumble, the closer the new reality approaches. When the veil finally tears completely, you'll realize that what you've been waiting for wasn't coming from outside, it was being released from within. Chosen. 1. You are becoming a living portal between heaven and earth. The light that once seemed distant is now radiating through your spirit. The separation is gone. The connection is active. Heaven is not visiting, it's inhabiting. And when that happens, the world around you won't just change, it will respond. Chosen one. Something in the air is changing. It's subtle, yet undeniable. A hum, a current, a vibration that seems to move through everything. This is what I call the heavenly frequency. It's the pulse of divine intention syncing with your reality. The moment you began to awaken, heaven began to tune your spirit to match its rhythm. That's why lately time feels strange, days blur, prayers seem to echo back faster, and divine encounters keep multiplying. You are living inside acceleration. Anointed One. This isn't science fiction, it's spiritual science. Scripture says that creation itself groans for alignment with divine glory. That groaning isn't noise, it's frequency. The entire universe vibrates to the sound of its creator, and when heaven shifts key, the earth and everything in it adjusts. You've been sensing those adjustments in your body, your emotions, even your thoughts. The unease, the bursts of energy, the random peace that makes no sense, all of it is heaven retuning your inner instrument. Think of it like this: for years, you were broadcasting on a lower channel, the frequency of fear, striving, and survival. You prayed, you believed, but static still clouded your connection. Then came the silence, not as punishment, but as recalibration. God was tuning your frequency so that your spirit could resonate with divine instruction. Now, at the third sending of this message, you are hearing heaven clearly again. When the heavenly frequency begins to rise, everything in your life begins to harmonize. Relationships shift. Opportunities find you. Chaos starts arranging itself into order. You don't have to chase blessings anymore because your very vibration attracts them. You become magnetic to miracles. The same divine resonance that spoke galaxies into existence begins speaking through you. That's why lately you've been feeling both restless and ready. It's because your soul knows it's time. I remember when this happened to me. I had lost nearly everything: direction, relationships, finances, and I thought I was cursed. But in that wilderness, God started teaching me to listen not with my ears, but with my atmosphere. I started feeling peace when I walked into certain places and heaviness in others. I learned that energy doesn't lie and that heaven always confirms before it performs. When I aligned my thoughts with peace, provision followed. When I obeyed the nudge instead of the noise, doors opened that no man could shut. That was the heavenly frequency guiding my path. Chosen one, that same guidance is activating in you right now. You're not imagining the synchronicities, the repeated numbers, the dreams that come in sequences, the words that seem to follow you from strangers' mouths. Those are alignment codes, signals that your spirit is syncing with divine order. When you begin to live by this awareness, even your timing becomes supernatural. You'll show up at the right place without planning it, meet the right person without searching, and speak words that heal without rehearsing. This is the language of heaven: vibration, resonance, flow. The kingdom doesn't compete. It coordinates. You are no longer hustling, you are harmonizing. Every delay that frustrated you was simply the orchestra waiting for your note. Now the symphony has begun. You can feel it. The atmosphere around your life is alive with divine movement. Heaven's frequency is calling your name, and your spirit is finally responding in perfect pitch. Chosen one. The moment has arrived. Heaven is summoning its hidden ones, those who have walked silently through seasons of pain, rejection, and isolation, carrying light no one else could see. You are one of them. For years you have been hidden on purpose, not forgotten. Concealment was protection. You were not being ignored, you were being incubated. Anointed one. Do you remember the times you asked God, why me? Why the betrayals, the closed doors, the loneliness that seemed endless? The answer is unfolding now. You were being refined in private for a public purpose. The silence you endured was sacred training. While others chased platforms, you were learning presence. While others sought applause, you learned alignment. That is why your spirit feels different now. You carry the weight of preparation, the fragrance of endurance, the oil of understanding. Every great awakening begins with a remnant, a small group of chosen souls who were willing to believe even when the evidence disappeared. They are the ones heaven calls the hidden ones. These are not celebrities, they are carriers. They move differently because they have been shaped by solitude. They love differently because they've been taught compassion through brokenness. And now their season of hiding is ending. Chosen one. You've been wondering why people suddenly fall away, why environments that once fit now feel too small. That's because the cocoon is breaking. The light within you has outgrown the shell. The world is about to see what heaven has been shaping in silence. The pain that once silenced you will become the platform that amplifies you. You will speak from experience, not from theory. You will lead with authority born in the furnace of faith. I've seen this in my own life. When my circle shrank, my clarity expanded. When no one clapped, I learned to create without validation. And when I felt the most unseen, God was scripting chapters that would later become testimonies. It's strange how God hides his greatest treasures in plain sight. You looked ordinary to the world, but in the spirit, you were glowing like a sealed scroll, waiting for the appointed time. That time is now. The seal is breaking. The assignment is activating. The people who doubted your value are about to witness your unveiling. You won't need to defend yourself. Heaven will do the announcing. The same people who walked away will hear your name again, this time attached to victory. But remember this, your rise isn't for revenge. It's for revelation. You are being elevated not to show off, but to show forth the glory of the one who sustained you. The awakening of the hidden ones is heaven's quiet revolution. It doesn't come with noise or chaos. It comes with authority, peace, and proof. You'll notice it in small ways. First, your words carrying more weight, your prayers moving faster, your presence calming storms in others. These are not coincidences. They are confirmations that your spiritual promotion has begun. Chosen one, step forward with humility and holy confidence. The season of silence is over. You are no longer underground. You are under assignment. Heaven has called your name 3 times, and now the earth will echo it back. You are not just awakening, you are arising. Chosen one. Mark this moment, because before this month closes, the ground beneath your life will begin to shift. What looks like shaking is not destruction, it's divine rearrangement. You're standing at the epicenter of a spiritual earthquake, one that will crack open what has been sealed, shake loose what has been stuck, and release what has been held back from you for too long. Anointed one. God does not send chaos. He sends correction. This tremor in your spirit, this restlessness in your soul, is heaven's way of telling you that your old foundation can no longer hold your new assignment. What you built for survival cannot sustain your next level of significance, so the shaking comes not to break you, but to build you differently. I remember when my own earthquake came. Everything that looked stable began to crumble. Finances, relationships, plans I thought were God's will. I cried, I wrestled, I pleaded. But later, I realized the collapse was mercy. God was removing the scaffolding of my own control so he could rebuild something that would last. The same mercy is visiting you now. It's dismantling everything that was misaligned with your destiny. Chosen one, don't panic when familiar things start falling apart. The friendships fading, the opportunities closing, the sudden change of direction. It's not rejection, it's redirection. Heaven is rewriting your coordinates. Every crack that appears is actually an opening for light to enter. The earthquake is not judgment, it's adjustment. It's the sound of heaven saying now. And as the shaking increases, so does the revelation. You'll notice that clarity begins to replace confusion. The noise of anxiety fades and divine insight rises. This is how God clears debris, by removing distractions that once felt essential. You'll begin to see your purpose in sharper focus, your path illuminated by sudden understanding. What once seemed random will start to make sense in perfect sequence. The spiritual earthquake also awakens dormant power within you. When the earth shakes, deep wells open. The same is true for your soul. Hidden gifts, forgotten visions, and long-buried dreams are surfacing again. Heaven is breathing on the seeds you thought were dead. Watch how old passions begin to reignite, how creativity bursts through in ways you didn't plan. The tremor is not here to destroy your foundation. It's revealing the gold underneath it. Anointed One. This movement will not just happen around you, it will happen through you. You will notice your words carrying new weight, your prayers producing quicker results, your presence altering atmospheres. This is the aftershock of divine empowerment. God is transferring his authority into your voice, your vision, your very vibration. You are becoming the evidence of heaven's power in motion, so don't resist the rumbling, embrace it. Let what is unstable fall. Let what is outdated fade. When the dust settles, you will stand in a version of yourself that is unshakable. You'll realize that what fell apart never belonged to your future. It only supported your past. Chosen One. This spiritual earthquake is your gateway to elevation. The foundation beneath you is being rebuilt to hold abundance, influence, and divine authority. Heaven isn't just restoring you, it's reconstructing you. And when the shaking stops, you'll see why it had to happen exactly this way. Chosen One. Everything is about to turn. Heaven has issued a divine reversal, and what once worked against you will now work for you. Every delay, denial, and disappointment is being flipped into destiny. You've been walking through years that felt like subtraction, but God was preparing multiplication. What looked like a setback was really a setup for restoration. Anointed One, the kingdom operates through divine paradox. The first become last, the least become greatest, the rejected become rulers. That is heaven's justice, not revenge, but realignment. You've been faithful in obscurity, consistent in hardship, obedient when it made no sense. Now the divine equation shifts. The same doors that once shut will open without effort. The very people who ignored your potential will witness your elevation, and the voice that was silenced will now speak with undeniable power. When I walked through my own reversal season, it didn't come with trumpets. It came quietly. Bills were still due. Challenges were still real. But something invisible shifted inside me. Peace replaced panic. Confidence replaced confusion. I stopped chasing what left and started blessing what stayed. That small act, surrender, triggered the turnaround. I learned that divine reversals rarely begin with visible change. They start when you stop fighting what God is transforming. Chosen one. This is where you stand now in the quiet before the quickening. The unseen wheels of heaven are turning. The last will not only catch up, they will surpass. You will look back and realize that the seasons that humbled you were the same seasons that made you unbreakable. Every tear was an investment. Every prayer was a down payment. Every trial was training for trust. You're about to experience favor that doesn't follow logic. Sudden open doors, unexpected deposits, conversations that lead to miracles. The flow will be so swift that it will feel as if time itself is working for you. That's because it is. Heaven is bending timelines to compensate for what was lost. Every wasted year will be redeemed with double impact. Every delay will return with divine interest. But here's the mystery. This reversal isn't only about external blessings. It's about spiritual repositioning. You're not just rising in rank. You're rising in revelation. You're seeing how God's justice doesn't just balance the scales, it rebuilds the whole system. You're realizing that true wealth isn't measured in numbers, but in influence, peace, and divine authority. Anointed one. This reversal is permanent because it's prophetic. The chapter that broke you cannot be repeated. You've already passed the test. That's why heaven is now releasing restoration in waves, financial, emotional, relational, even physical. You'll feel life returning to places inside you that once felt dead. What was empty will overflow. What was stolen will be replaced with substance. I hear heaven saying, what was meant to bury you has become the ground of your blooming. That's why you had to lose first, so God could prove that his gain is greater than your grief. The story is shifting, the stone is rolling. The same hands that held you back are now powerless to stop what's coming next. Chosen one. The reversal has already begun. Step into it with faith, humility, and praise. What you endured privately, you will soon celebrate publicly. The tables have turned, and this time they're set for you. Chosen one. As the reversal begins to unfold, you'll notice another unmistakable shift: separation. Don't fear it. Don't mourn it. This isn't rejection, it's refinement. Heaven is clearing the path around you, so your steps can align with divine precision. You cannot carry yesterday's company into tomorrow's calling. Some people were sent to help you build your foundation, not your future. Anointed one separation is one of the holiest forms of protection. It may come through silence, distance, or sudden disconnection, but it's never random. God removes distractions before he releases direction. The pruning always comes before the fruit. Think about it. Even Jesus withdrew from the crowd before major miracles. Stillness precedes strategy. That's what's happening now in your life. The noise is being reduced so you can finally hear heaven's instructions clearly. I've lived this. I've watched seasons where people I loved suddenly faded away. Doors I wanted to force open slammed shut, and opportunities I prayed for evaporated overnight. At first I questioned it, but later I realized it was orchestration. The divine hand was rearranging everything not to punish me, but to protect the purity of what was next. Some alliances were too small for the magnitude of what God was building. Chosen one, you are entering what I call the alignment window. It's that narrow stretch of time where heaven fine-tunes your surroundings to match your spiritual assignment. You'll feel drawn toward some people and repelled from others, not because of pride, but purpose. The frequency of your spirit is rising, and not everyone can breathe at this new altitude. That's why you must release with grace. Don't chase what God has dismissed. Don't cling to what's no longer compatible with your calling. In this season, discernment becomes your greatest weapon. Pay attention to the peace in your spirit. If something disturbs that peace, it's not aligned. If a door opens easily but drains your strength, it's not divine. Heaven's opportunities don't demand exhaustion, they demand obedience. When the right alignment appears, it won't feel forced. It will feel like recognition. Your spirit will know this is it. Anointed one separation also happens within. You'll feel an internal split, the breaking away of old habits, old fears, old patterns of self-doubt. This inner cleansing is necessary because what's coming requires a lighter heart. You can't carry resentment into revelation. You can't enter a wealthy place with a wounded mindset. God is detoxing your emotions, refining your motives, and healing your memories so that nothing from the past pollutes your promise. This is the holy tension between the no longer and the not yet. But trust this, what remains after the separation will be unshakable. The relationships that survive will deepen. The opportunities that stay will multiply. And the version of you that emerges will walk in authority untouched by insecurity. This alignment is not just about where you're going, it's about who you're becoming. Heaven is shaping you into someone who can handle abundance without arrogance, power without pride, influence without losing intimacy with God. So when you feel the loneliness of separation, remember you're not being isolated, you're being insulated. Heaven is cocooning you until your wings are strong enough to fly at full altitude. This is your sacred realignment. What's coming next requires only one thing: obedience to the new flow. Chosen one, the final movement has begun. The separation, the shaking, the reversal. It was all preparation for this, the divine transfer. Heaven is now releasing what has been stored, guarded, and multiplied for you. What was delayed is now in delivery. What was withheld is now being released into your hands, not for status, but for stewardship. You are stepping into the reality of overflow, a supernatural flow where resources chase purpose and provision follows obedience. Anointed one. This transfer is not limited to money. It includes wisdom, creativity, strategy, influence, and divine partnerships. Heaven funds purpose, not comfort. You are not being blessed to boast. You are being entrusted to build. You will find yourself walking into rooms that used to intimidate you, carrying ideas that attract investors, and speaking words that open invisible gates. This is divine positioning, the moment when spiritual maturity meets divine opportunity. I've seen this happen before. It doesn't always start with fireworks. Sometimes the first evidence of transfer looks like a quiet opportunity, a chance meeting, or an inner knowing that says, "This is it." The transfer rarely announces itself with fanfare. It moves through faith. When my own moment came, it wasn't about money in my account. It was peace in my spirit. That peace became the magnet that pulled heaven's promises into manifestation. From that day, doors I had knocked on for years began to open on their own. That's how divine flow works. It moves at the speed of surrender. Chosen one. The transfer will reach every area of your life because you've proven you can carry it. Heaven releases increase only when character has been tested. You've endured betrayal and still chosen love. You've faced lack and still chosen generosity. You've walked through silence and still chosen to speak faith. That's why you're next. You've been found faithful in obscurity, so heaven is now making you fruitful in visibility. This transfer will shock even you. The pace will quicken, and what once drained you will now produce for you. Watch how debts dissolve, ideas generate profit, and divine helpers appear without asking. The harvest is not random, it's responsive. Every seed you planted in faith is now demanding manifestation. But remember, this overflow is not the end, it's the assignment. God funds movements, not moments. You are being positioned to restore, rebuild, and release. The resources in your hands are kingdom keys designed to unlock freedom for others. You are the bridge between heaven's abundance and earth's need. That's why integrity matters now more than ever. Carry this wealth with humility. Let your increase become an instrument of light. Anointed one, as this transfer unfolds, something else awakens the light within you. The glow you'll carry will not just be material, it will be spiritual. People will sense peace in your presence. Environments will shift when you enter. You'll speak, and solutions will appear. That's because the divine frequency inside you has reached full activation. You are now the message, not just the messenger. Chosen one, this is the awakening. The veil has torn, the heavens are open, the wealth has been transferred, and the light is expanding through you. You are walking proof that delay is never denial, and what heaven decrees cannot be stopped by man. Rise now, funded, favored, and on fire with divine purpose. The transfer is complete, and the world will soon see what God has placed within you. Chosen, one the heavens have spoken, your moment has arrived. The divine message has found you for the third and final time, because you are standing in your Kairos moment, your exact appointed time. What was hidden is now revealed. What was delayed is now released. The supernatural transfer is already in motion around you. Anointed one, every trial, every silent prayer, every seed of faith has brought you here. You are not waiting for breakthrough. You are walking in it. The hand of God is shifting resources, connections, and favor into your life with divine precision. Stand firm in gratitude. Move with holy confidence. Speak with authority. This is your confirmation. Heaven has aligned with your destiny. If this word stirs your spirit, declare it now in the comments I receive. Stay aligned, stay faithful, and step forward, knowing your time is now.